Hi everyone and welcome to a new episode of Days Podcast along with a new video. I want to thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, viewing, watching, and listening. I truly appreciate it. There will be plenty of new videos to come. We are in a new season. It is spring. Sunny days from here, huh? So I want to again make sure you guys know that there is going to be more on Patreon and Spotify exclusively. However, as we all have seen for over 200 videos pretty much, we are going to continue to do free content. So we are going to talk about Case with his debut album. So Case is the debut album by American singer Case. It was released by Def Jam Recordings on August 13th, 1996. The album peaked at number 7 on the U.S. Top R&B Hip Hop Albums chart and reached number 42 on the U.S. Billboard 200. Case was supported by 4 singles, including More to Love and Touch Me, Tease Me, featuring Foxy Brown and Mary J. Blige, which became the album's most successful single on the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 14. Okay. In a 2020 interview with BET, Case remarked that he disliked recording the album and admitted he did not have a lot of creative freedom within the album. Okay, so what it looks like here, he recorded mostly in New York, and yeah, for the album to chart and reach number 42. It's not in the top 40, but, when you're in the top 40, as far as with Billboard 200, you are being seen. It's not that he wasn't seen, but there's some cases where, like this one and like a few other episodes I've talked about, where the singles will actually bring an artist out more than their album at the time because of the promotion or maybe just the way that the timing was, but it happens. But let's look at the critical reception. It reached number 42 and 7, respectively, when it comes to the Billboard 200 and US R&B albums. Let's look at the track listing. Pretty much they felt the album wasn't bad. It's just that, just wasn't able to, market. Allegedly. I'm not going to say that it could or couldn't. All I'm going to say that, when albums don't stay in the year end, it could be based on, other artists coming out at the time, Let's look at the track list. So track 1 is The Tunnel, interlude. Track 2 is More Love. Track 3, Don't Be Afraid. Track 4, Call a Cab, interlude. Track 5, I Gotcha. Track 6, Crazy, interlude. Track 7, Crazy. Track 8, What's Wrong. Track 9, Rain, interlude. Track 10, Rain. Track 11, Touch Me, Tease Me, featuring Foxy Brown and Mary J. Blige. So pretty much the song that people pretty much love from the album is by the end of it. Track 12, The Day That I Die. Track 13, Fallen. Track 14, Crying Over Time. I believe from what I see here, it did not chart by the end of 96. So that does play a part as well. But if you ask me, do I feel as though it's a good album? I do not feel as though it's a bad album. I think it is a good album. I think that it peaked to where we were going to see Case from that time on, because there were more songs that he did come out with over time. And the 90s, as far as with just artists in general, was a very much different time than what it is now. And a lot of music that was made then, there was more time in the sense of being physically with that person, not so much like, all right, well, here's my cut, piece it together and make it sound good, and we'll release it within a few weeks. It's not like that back in the day. Back in the day, people were literally in studio and they literally took hours and days at a time to perfect songs. Make sure they were right. And the messages, and it all varied. I'm not speaking on all artists as a whole where they all had the opportunity to write or to do things the way that they wanted to, because no, not all artists were able to do that. And if you were lucky enough to come in and be able to be like, no, I have a whole sketchbook, a whole book of lyrics that I'm still putting together, that's more of the win-win, because can't nobody, take that from you. If you wrote the whole thing, you get all the credit, mostly. But you get all the credit most, if anything, all of the credit when you just own everything. So, but that's besides the point. As far as with this album, definitely stream and listen, if anything. And I thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and I'll be back with more.